Hello everyone, it's me, the RetroDen, and today I want to talk to you about online games and why I basically have abandoned them as of now, and I've only been playing single-player games for quite a few years now. I'd say for about 3 to 4 years. My main focus has been on single-player games, and today I want to talk to you about why. And one of my main inspirations to make this video was my buddy's Vasharal video on why he doesn't play multiplayer games himself anymore, but let's talk about it. So, you probably have seen a lot of videos complaining about multiplayer games nowadays, and I'd say that I've seen some of them myself, and most of the complaints that people have about multiplayer games are pretty down to the point of why myself haven't been enjoying multiplayer games. And let's start with the two games that made me quit and why each one of them was really important to the overall reason. So the first one would have to be League of Legends. So you probably already know what League of Legends is, a MOBA 5v5 game with a high emphasis on ranked gaming, even though you can still play it casually. But League of Legends was one of my first awakenings as to why I didn't want to play multiplayer games anymore. And this is because when I started playing more and more League and getting absolutely nowhere and becoming highly frustrated with the game in of itself, I started to realize that I don't want my personal fun to be decided by what other people are doing inside of a game. I don't want my gaming experiences and hours I'm throwing at entertainment to be able to be ruined by other people wanting to ruin my gaming experience. And League of Legends is one of the best examples when it comes to this happening in this industry, because as you probably know if you have played it even once or know anything about the players, it's a very toxic game. And I know it sucks to blame the entire community of the game because as everything in life there are outliers, but this was my awakening to why am I doing this? Why am I playing a game that's just not fun? And I have people like dogging on me from 5 to 5 minutes just because if I did something wrong in a game or something or someone is not feeling like they want to be helpful towards a team that day, they might just decide to ruin everyone's experience to their own fun. And I decided I want my gaming experiences to be mostly positive and to focus on only having fun, because we have to value what little free time we have. And then there's the ranked aspect of the game, and this is my honest opinion. When it comes to playing ranked in online video games, there's nothing wrong if you like playing ranked for a more serious type of fun. But there's been times where I see people getting really addicted to ranked, and I myself have been really addicted with ranked game modes, not only in, let's say, League of Legends, but also fighting games and first-person shooter games. And there comes a point in your life where you have to realize, and this is what I did, that if by this point you're not actually like performing at a high level and playing competitively, there is no point to playing ranked in these games. So there comes a point where you have to admit to yourself that you're actually just wasting your time, because there's no status or rank that's worth it you spending entire seasons of spamming ranked games and being frustrated just to be higher on an artificial leaderboard that in the end doesn't mean anything for your life. And these were the two main reasons why League of Legends was one of the big moments for me as to why I wanted to quit multiplayer games. Then moving on to the second game I have to mention, which quite surprisingly made me quit online games at all and is one of my favorite games of all time, which is World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft I started playing around Cataclysm very casually because, as you know, I was one of those kids whose parents didn't want to put money online, so I couldn't ever buy a subscription for World of Warcraft. And then as I grew older and started getting my own money that I could use online, I started buying games myself digitally. And when I finally got the chance to play World of Warcraft that I always wanted, I started playing. And then it became quite literally an addiction. So throughout my 4 years of university, after 2019 where World of Warcraft Classic released, I played thousands of hours of World of Warcraft Retail and World of Warcraft Classic, doing everything you can imagine, from raiding to Mythic Plus dungeon grinds to mount and collectibles and transmog grinds. If you guys don't know what that is, it's just like cosmetic stuff inside of the game that you can collect, and I was really addicted. I even started this channel because of World of Warcraft, so at least I got something good out of there. But while I was playing World of Warcraft, my interest in gaming was still there. And if you have listened to any of my videos, you can quite surely guess that I am really passionate about the industry. And I had to make a balance when it came to the end of the Burning Crusade, I think, classic, to decide, well, if I'm really passionate about creating all these videos and talking about all these experiences from gaming, and I have such a big backlog of games I have to play, why would I keep spending my time playing World of Warcraft? Because there are time sinks in life that are worth it, and there are others that are not. And World of Warcraft is an amazing, really amazing game that I recommend anyone try at least once in their lives. Because how much you want to complain about Blizzard and World of Warcraft, there is no other MMO that gives you the experience that WoW gives you. And it can become quite addicting. And I would spend so much time on it that I had to realize that these huge time sinks in multiplayer games, especially MMOs, have to end for me, because I just have to focus on my single player games and experiences so I can talk more about games and be more excited for the industry as a whole, rather than being excited just about one game and limiting myself. So that was one of the big reasons why I also quit online gaming. And then we have to talk about the thing that everyone talks about, which is the FOMO induced mechanics that every online game has nowadays. I hate live service games, if I'm being really honest with y'all. I don't like the battle passes, I don't like the daily quest type of rewards that you get from games, because I'm a very anxious person and I hate feeling like I'm being forced to play a game, because that just kicks something in me that's really, really uncomfortable. And I think that most of the online games nowadays are doing that and are basically inducing a lot of people in some high levels of anxiety that are pretty much uncontrollable. And I could spend hours here complaining about online games and everything they've been doing wrong for the past few years, but I think we are now seeing a change when it comes to the overall enjoyment of the gaming in general from the gaming industry and the players, because people are shifting towards single player games now more, because the live service era is finally crumbling down. And I know that's a bit hypocritical to say when games like Apex, FIFA, Fortnite, and like other live service games are still booming and on top of the industry, but I think that the industry is finally going to make a shift, and games like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Red Dead Redemption 2, and these amazing experiences that have been crafted in the past few years are the catalysts for that movement. And I sincerely hope we go back to the old multiplayer times where it's more co-op and experience focused, like going through a campaign with a friend with no other little tricks to make you fear not playing the game every single day. But I'd love to hear what you think about it, and if you have also made the shift from multiplayer to single player. And yeah, this has been my experience. Comment whatever you want to know, I'll always answer. But other than that, this has been the Retro Den, and I'm out.